Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'd like to welcome you all, guests, parents, friends, colleagues. On behalf of the Al-Andalus International School Board of Directors, I would like to welcome you all here. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Shaheen, the elementary school principal at Al-Andalus International School. I'm so glad to get to know you and let you also get to know us. I want you to know about our school. I want you to know what do we have in education and how much hard work we do in order to maintain the best of education. First of all, I would like to present my school about us. Why Al-Andalus International School is a special place. Why you as parent, I would advise you to have your kids in Al-Andalus International School. First of all, our school started 5 years ago, 2011, 2012, and the school is fully accredited by the Advanced Ed. I dare say that we started the school with 100 students at 2011, and yet, alhamdulillah now, this year we reached like 600 students inside the school. Also, I would like to tell that, let me say that we promote involvement by all the stakeholders to ensure the particular needs of students are met. Next. Well, let me speak about the campus. The campus focuses on supporting the education activities and development of the interactive learning environment. The school campus includes 3 large buildings. One building is for the administration, the reception, the administration offices, and also we do have classes, labs, state-of-the-art library, courts, stage with the dressing rooms, computer labs, up to 30 students inside the lab, a doctor station, and school counselor. Year over year, alhamdulillah, we continue our innovative and we continue our creative means to improve. Next. Okay. Well, now it comes the time to speak about the very important part in the school, the core and the hub, the teachers. My focus question for my staff daily, what can we do together to improve our school, our classes, and our students' learning? What do we do? Also, here comes the magic question. I ask my teachers every day to ask, do you wish to be a student in your class? Make a back off, recall the past, and think, do you wish to be a student in your class? Actually, any teacher who does implement this question will recognize in a minute the cons and pros. She will recognize in a minute what she needs to do and what she missed. She will recognize in the minute the advantages or disadvantages of her implementation inside the class. Okay, we are about the whole child. We are a very child-centered school. Our work and our endeavors revolve around the achievement of each student potential academically, socially, and emotionally. We have the highest expectations for each young person in our care, and as such, it is our responsibility to do utmost care. That is exactly what each of them realizes. Next. Okay. Well, here comes the magic question, the magic slogan, and the main core. It's smarter, not harder. All about this equation, smarter, not harder. What do we mean by this? Next. Okay, look at this slide. What do you see? You see a very stressful, loady, tired, unhappy child. On the other hand, you can see a smiling, living, and learning students. This is typically what do we mean by smarter, not harder. We need to teach them smarter, not harder. We need them to live smarter, not harder. We need to move into the digital student, not the very traditional and classic student. Me, myself, actually, I'm against the digital education in the basic years because elementary school is the basic years for education. They should read, write, and work. Okay, later on when they move to the middle school and high school, then they can move into the digital education. Okay, teaching methodologies. Teaching methodologies are the things really that differs from a school to another. How do we teach at Al-Andalus International School? If you look at the photos, you can see that. Hands-on activities, planting, group work, panel discussions, classrooms activities, centers activities. Turn and Talk. Turn and Talk is one of the main pivots of the new academic approaches and ways for discussion. You give the concept and ask them to turn and start talking and speaking and discussing, then come up with the conclusion. Panel discussion, drama, jigsaw puzzles, gaming and simulation, modeling and field trips, individual and group projects, problem solving, case studies, flipped classroom, where the teacher is a student and the student is a teacher. Next. Okay. What about the standardized exam? Standardized exams. Why do we implement them in the international schools? Actually, let me give first an explanation for the standardized exam. They are taken by a group of students. They analyzed, scored, corrected, and done by a standard manner. This group of students, they are doing this in a standard manner. We have in the American education two types of the standardized exam, like the MAP test in the elementary and middle school, in the English and math. English, reading, language arts, and math, and SAT in the high school. This is for English and math as well, and there is something called SAT2, and this is a total different issue, okay? I want you now to see this video. This will really explain what do we mean by the MAP test, which I do care a lot because it works on the elementary school and the middle school.
I'm making this documentary of the MAP test, interviewing the MAP district administrator and teachers and students who went through the process from the beginning, and they want to share some experiences with you. I would like to welcome you at the beginning, Mrs. Nora Abdullah, the engineer, the MAP district administrator, and the MAP supervisor at the Al-Andalus International School, and I would like also to thank you for your great effort and work from the beginning of the process.
We as indicators rely on MAP tests to provide essential information about our students' continuum of learning and promote positive growth trajectory. Unlike other standardized tests, MAP is a tool to help students, parents, and teachers identify strengths and opportunities and focus in structure on their areas of greatest need. The process was very challenging from the beginning. We went through the process from scratch, actually, sending and receiving mails from NWEA. Once we are settled to activating our system, we started with our teachers and preparing the whole staff.
At this point, do your best to answer each question. This test is specifically for your teacher to understand your students' strengths and weaknesses. Please take your time and do the best that you can.
Thank you for the detailed information. May I ask you a last question? Usually, what is the next step after the exam and how you go through the process?
This is the most critical part in the process, to analyze the data, regroup the students according to the level, and provide remedial classes for students that are below the expected level or the projected RIT. Then we have to compare ourselves, our scores and reports to other schools, nationally and internationally, using the dashboard that NWEA provides. So we need to know if our students' growth is above the national norm or below. Yes, students can now easily refer back to their growth reports. They can read it, understand it, and see their progress from the different results. And at the end, choose an action plan to what the school provides them. Here, an example of a student viewing her results. This is a growth comparison period from winter to spring. Jenna can easily compare between her scores between winter and spring and to see her progress. I have to mention and be grateful to work under Dr. Mona Shaheen, the school principal, who really supported the staff, had her footprints on each and every step from the beginning. She was very keen that the process goes smoothly and successfully. Also, not to forget my second hand, the data administrator, Ms. Amira Hussein.
I use the class breakdown map reports to regroup my students and identify their weak areas in order to stress more on them.
This is my second year experiencing the math test. It's not difficult, alhamdulillah. You just need to be more knowledgeable. That's why I will read more and look it up on the internet for new keywords. The most interesting part is waiting for my score at the end of the test. We compare it with my friends.
I love problems so much. Our teacher gave us problems through the math. That's why I always for the math.
Today I am lucky, alhamdulillah. I got the second high score in the class. I was working hard these days to get much higher and higher.
Bibo, salam alaikum. Hello, how do you do, Habibi?
I'm fine.
Fine, alhamdulillah. How's the math test today?
Good.
Good? Alhamdulillah. Okay. Do you do your best to get a high score?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Because I don't want to go to the religious class.
Remedial class. Okay, thank you. Do your best, okay?
Okay.
Good luck. Three, two.
Okay, we resumed. Back to the international education. Well, this is the very important part of my speech for today. I'm speaking about the STEAM. What is the STEAM? This is the very important point. I need everybody to focus because you will never hear this word away from Al-Andalus International School. Only few schools all over the world are implementing the STEAM integration learning system. What is the STEAM? Actually, starting 2006, there was a call to elevate the education, the science of math, engineering, science, and English, okay? And they started to think that the future calibers will be more creative. The future will require more creative calibers and more innovative calibers as well. So they want to elevate these skills. So they go up with the STEM. STEM goes for science, technology, engineering, and math. To integrate all the four subjects together, have the student work on a project integrating the four subjects and come up with the activity and project done with their own fingers. Let's know more about the STEM, which gets to be a STEAM after 7 years. At 2014, an edudemic infographic showcased by Florida University found that the STEM have the half right of the brain works, and they need to add the A to have the other side of the brain works together. We will see this practically, please. Look at this graph. If you look at the left side of the brain, you can see the main functions. At the left side of the brain controls the language, the math, the logic, and the speech. Remember that we said that we need to have brilliant minds, intelligent minds. What do we do to have the brilliant mind? We should add the A. The A is art, goes for art, language arts, and arts and crafts. More details about the STEAM, the STEM, which gets to be the STEAM after 2014, will be presented in the coming video. But let me tell you first that the aim of studying the STEAM is to produce genius minds. How is that possible? Via STEAM: science, technology, engineering, art, and math. STEAM makes more than 7 brain centers, previously mentioned, of course, work together as it incorporates several subjects in one project. Eventually, if you are able to make all your brain work together, you might be genius like Stevie Jobs, Einstein, and different people who are really genius in the history. In Al-Andalus International School, we had the brilliant Dr. Sarah Mungid. Actually, she's with us today, and I need to give special attribute for her because she's the founder for the STEAM club at the school. Let's see this video to get to know more about this team. A video.
Hello everyone. I heard about this team approach that has recently been implemented in Al-Andalus International School. This is Dr. Sarah Moujad. Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Sarah.
Wa alaikum assalam.
She is the founder of this team approach in Al-Andalus International School. So let's hear more about it through Mrs. Sarah. So Sarah, can you tell me what is STEAM?
STEAM is a project-based learning that integrates different subjects together to solve a real-life problem.
So more than one subject for one project?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me what this STEAM stands for? I heard that it used to be STEM, but nowadays they call it STEAM. So why is that?
Each letter in STEM stands for a subject.
Yes.
S stands for science, T for technology, E is for engineering, and M is for math. And they recognize the importance of A arts of English language. So they incorporated A into STEM and E becomes STEAM.
So A is the arts of crafts and arts of language. So that's really impressive. And can you tell me, like, how do you put all of these subjects at once for one project?
For example, here in this project is called Medical Maths Project. We started the project with the English language where the teacher explained to the students the new vocab through a play. And then we explained the scientific part, which was the nervous system, which is composed of the brain and the spinal cord and the nerves. And then the math teacher explained the line of symmetry, and the spinal cord here acts as the line of symmetry.
Live introduction about this team
What are you doing now, girl?
project.
I'm connecting the wires to the water
To make an electric circuit?
Yes.
What is the purpose of this project?
This part of the for making electricity. They use lights and this project.
Amazing. How many subjects do we integrate in this project?
We integrate 5 subjects, which are science, technology, engineering, art, and English, and math.
I need more fire.
Here we integrated technology. At the beginning, they started searching through the internet. After that, we gave them material and they conducted the circuit by themselves. The engineering design process where they create and they plan for their model and they test their model, and then if it works, they approve it. If it doesn't work, they improve it.
This is really impressive. And can you tell me, like, how did you start applying this team in your school?
I started implementing STEAM in my sessions, in my teaching science. Yes. And then Dr. Rania Abdullah, my supervisor, she was convinced with the idea. And then we make a department, a separate department for STEAM after she convinced Dr. Mona Shaheen.
Of course, Mrs. Sara, you're certified for teaching that STEAM approach, right?
Yes, I have finished my STEAM Professional Indicator Diploma in AAIS.
Okay, the impact of class size and education creativity of the students. Actually, many studies and numerous studies show that when the teacher works in small groups, the implementation of this work and the outcomes of the students gets to be marvelous. Why? Because when the teacher works in small groups, she can focus on the eye contact, she can focus on the individual differences, she can focus on the action plan that every student needs to improve, she can focus on the defects, she can focus on how to implement this concept, how to provide, how to provide an activity aspect to every one of the students, how to be able to follow up with them, how to be able to help them, how to be able to monitor their behavior, their attitude, and their work as well. In my school, as you see, we work into centers, into groups. The teacher never works with the lecture methodology because really it doesn't work and it doesn't give the chance for any improvement. Okay. Finally, the work really smarter, not harder. Okay. Also, I would like to declare that today, alhamdulillah, one of our STEAM projects took the first place at the Child Expo Science Fair done by the student Juwairiya. She took the first place today. Juwairiya Khalid, she took the first place today by a STEAM project in the Science Fair of the Child Expo. Okay. This is a message from my teachers at the kindergarten and the elementary school. How do we teach at Al-Andalus International School?
With sound and vocabulary words, using sandtree, tracing flashcards, sandpaper cards, and smart board presentation. High-frequency words, which they usually recognize, forming sentences. Blending words. Our academic books, Reading Wonders, is based on blending words that help them read, for example, math. We encourage the children to develop their mental dexterity and fine motor skills with exciting and engaging activities, which in turn enables them to grow and blossom in their social development interactions. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Rebecca. I'm a reading teacher at Al-Andalus International School, and it's my honor to share a great academic program. I want to talk to you today a little bit about reading, as reading is fundamental to function in today's society and is a vital skill in finding good employment. Teaching young children to read develops their mind and helps them to develop and expand their language skills. It is also beneficial in helping them learn to listen and discover new and interesting things. Books, magazines, and even the internet are great learning tools which require the ability to read and understand what is read. A person who knows how to read is able to educate themselves in any area of life that interests them. During the reading session, I'm going to prepare a book called The Titles, Playing, Read, Listen,
What's your name? This is the last video. We are done. What's the name of your class? You're the best friend, Dania. What are you doing? What are you drawing? Sun. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much, dear audience and guests. I would like also to final my word. Thank you very much by mentioning the jewel of the crown of our school, which is Al-Quran Al-Kareem and the character building. Al-Andalus International School, one of the best schools in Egypt that does implement the Quran memorization from pre-K till grade 12. We finish Al-Quran Al-Kareem and we finalize Al-Quran Al-Kareem by God's will, inshallah, by grade 10. Also, we do have a wonderful program for the character building designed by educators and those who are able to build the characters. It's a merge between ethics, Islamic testaments. I think it's the jewel of the crown of our school. I would like to invite all to visit us. Hopefully, inshallah, this presentation will help in letting you get to know our schools. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for prolonging. See you later, inshallah. Thank you very much.